So first one is connective tissue proper. Its three subcategories are, first one is areolar tissue, which is widely spread occurring beneath the epidermis of the skin. So you can see on the upper layers of your skin, this areolar tissue is present. So it makes the skin elastic. As you can see here in the diagram also, if you stretch your skin like this, so it is elastic in nature. You can easily move it. So this outermost skin layer, it is formed of areolar tissue. Second is adipose tissue, which means fat storing tissue. It has specialized cells which store fat, and mainly these cells act as a cushion for our various organs like skin, kidneys, eyeballs, etc. So they provide the cushioning appearance or protect the internal organs. Next is the third category is the fibrous connective tissue. It is made up of elongated cells, fiber-like, which forms the fiber, and they are strong and bundled together. Therefore, they are called as areolar fibrous tissue. They form the tendons and ligaments. So in your body, you have tendons and ligaments which hold your bones together, your muscles together. So they are joined by the fibrous connective tissue. So tendons, underline this, tendons which connect muscle to the bone, and ligament which connect bone to the bone. So this is very important difference also you can get between tendons and ligaments. So tendons and ligaments are a type of fibrous connective tissue. Tendons, they are connecting muscle to a bone, and ligaments, they are connecting bone to a bone. Second category is supportive connective tissue. They are mainly of two types, cartilage and bone. Cartilage is non-porous. Please tick mark and write important there, because sometimes differences or description of these two tissues they can come. So cartilage, it is non-porous tissue. It has thick intercellular substance called as matrix, and it is semi-transparent and elastic. Very important point. Cartilage is semi-transparent and elastic. Location, you will find it at the tips of the nose, external layers, trachea, bronchial tubes, and between your vertebrae or at the ends of your long bones. So locations you can underline, at least 2 to 3 locations you should know. Second is bone. Bone is opposite to it, that is hard, porous tissue, and it has rich supply of blood vessels and nerve, and it is formed of the living cells called as osteoblast. Underline this, very important, osteoblast. Bone forming cells are called as osteoblast. Third type of connective tissue is fluid connective tissue. Again, two categories it has. One is the fluid blood in your body, and one is lymph. Blood, you already all are aware, it is comprises of two things. The liquid part is called as plasma, and the cellular part consists of the cells, that is your RBCs, WBCs, and platelets. So these are the components of the blood. Plasma plus your red corpuscles, white corpuscles, and platelets. Second type of tissue is fluid connective tissue is lymph. The lymph is a fluid which surrounds the body cells. So blood is flowing in your blood vessels, but lymph is outside the cells. It is surrounding out the area around the cells. It is essentially the blood plasma that has oozed out from the blood vessels. Now, if we study what lymph, it is a part of our blood only, but from that RBCs has been extracted. When you take out RBCs from the blood, the white liquid which is left, that is called as lymph. So it mainly contains white blood cells and platelets, but no RBCs. So both these fluids, they are very important in our body for transportation, that is transporting various substances like oxygen, nutrients, antibodies, various things, and they also, since they have WBCs, so they give immunity to our body. So these are the fluid, connective tissue, blood and lymph. So once again, to summarize what we have done today, that is, we started with the animal tissue. Mainly two types of tissues. There are four types: epithelial, connective, muscle and neural tissue. So epithelial tissue, according to the function, it is described into various types: squamous epithelium, stratified, cuboidal, columnar. Again, columnar is divided into ciliated and glandular. Then we have a connective tissue. Connective tissue is divided according to the function into three types: connective tissue proper, supportive and fluid. In connective tissue proper, we have areolar, fibrous tissue, and supportive, cartilage and bone. Difference you should know. And in fluid connective tissue, blood and lymph. So this is all. This is about the animal tissue, epithelial and connective. So in the next class, we are going to study the next animal tissue, muscle and neural tissue. Thank you.